What we're looking at here is a side table, friends. I have these slabs of beech wood that I got from a big tree that fell down a couple of years ago, and when I processed it for firewood, I made a whole bunch of slabs. And I've already made two into side tables. So this is another side table for bedside table. And I'm using this grinding wheel that my son gave me for my birthday on an angle grinder, and it takes a lot of material off. The other side tables I made, I could put through my surface planer because they were only 12 inches wide. This one's a little bit wider, about 14, so it doesn't fit through the surface planer. So I thought I'd just try my best at removing a lot of material with this thing. So that's what I'm doing right now. And you can stay here, watch, or scroll, whatever suits your fancy. But I'm doing it outside the shop here, just so the chips spray everywhere else. EcoSense Man, one of my members, P1s. Welcome in. You can watch too, if you like, unless you're busy. There's Jack, the pit bull. He doesn't like it out here. He goes in the shop because the deer flies get him. They're not good right now. June's probably the worst month for them. Let's see. I don't have a good spot. I really should go get something that I can hold the camera up so you can see what I'm doing here. See if I can come up with another solution here. We finally got a lot of rain here yesterday, which we were. Oh, look at this. Check this out too, folks. My friend, neighbor, gave me this sander, this disc sander, belt sander, and I'm pretty jazzed about it. Check it out. It's old, but it's got a big motor on it. And I'm kind of looking forward to using this. And yeah, I think you can put a belt on here, and that would be good for the grinding. Like, yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, let's see what I can find. I think I could use a ladder as a tripod here. I have a tripod, but it needs the phone holder thingy. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. This could work. The ladder. And maybe like that. Does that work? Yeah, I think so. All right, here we go. Hearing protection. good. So I started using the plane. I'm gonna put the plane on it just to see how flat I'm getting. Just by grinding. Pretty good. Actually, it took quite a bit of material off. I'm talking about the angle grinder with the woodworking. Jack's going in the shop. Can't stand the deer flies. Terrible, aren't they, buddy? That's why I'm wearing this hat with the comes down over my neck, because that's where the deer flies like to get you. Don't know if you can see it there, folks, but the surface has these holes, slots from a little bit of rot. insect got in there, and I'm thinking I might fill it with some acrylic polymer, which I have. My number 7, old number 7. It's a little quicker than using the Metabo, taking lots of material off at a time. Thanks for stepping into the live stream, people. Where you're watching somebody do something. Productive. Anybody want me to make them a table? I have more of these pieces of wood. Titan Brew. Yeah, it's been a long time. You had your pacemaker, your surgery on Monday. and you're recovering well. Not one thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. Hopefully it continues to go well there. Mr. Titan Brew, glad to hear you came through it well. Good, good, good. Well, you're laid up and you can watch me playing this beech board. I'm making a bedside table, which will match another bedside table that I've made already a year ago. They're not like symmetrical in terms of they're not dimensionally the same. Each one, they're all a little different, which is what kind of makes them unique. One of them I put an acrylic light blue in the table, and I'm gonna maybe do that with this one too. I haven't decided. If I do it, I have to do it today. It requires a bit of extra doing and work because I have to close up the ends where the stuff can leak out. And but it does make it look really cool because of course, it fills those holes, and it has a little bit of color, different from the wood, so it provides some artistic differentiation from the wood, some contrast. If you look into my shorts, you can see the ones I made before, like a year, 2 years ago. I made 2 for our guest bedrooms. Yeah, they look really nice when they're all done. It's very simple, but kind of rustic looking because I put what did I put on it? Like what do you call it? Wrought iron legs, black. And the stain, I actually used a teak oil, which just makes the grain pop. And I keep the edges more or less, these live edges here. And just sand them a bit. But this is coming out nice. I flattened it quite a bit. And believe it or not, using the, before you got here, Titan, if you're still on, I have this angle grinder. My son gave me for my birthday these wheels, cutting or grind. They're like for woodworking, and you can see there's like little teeth, and they really take a lot of material off pretty quick. So I did that initially, and now the plane. So it kind of, I don't know. You got the electric power that can remove a lot of material fast, but this is what's flattening it beautifully. I could put this on my Black & Decker workmate tables. I'd have to go down to the cabin to get it, but probably would be better. But I think when I flip it over, I'll go get it because I need something full and steady, so I don't mar this surface after it's done. Nice. Getting nice and flat. Need to get ready for an appointment. Thank you very much. Same to you. Happy Father's Day to you too. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll do another live stream, but I got some be pretty busy tomorrow with some things that I got to do a bunch of mowing. That's gonna be take me away from the place here a little bit. And if you saw, I got a sickle mower on the tractor now, which I can do the side of the road with. But before I can do that, I have to get it in working order. It works, but it needs some tuning. So that's next on the agenda for today. I have to do a little woodworking. Pretty flat now. Way better than it was. And then a little, not a little, probably quite a bit of sanding, but I got to flip it over now. So maybe I'll do that work the other side for a little bit of flatness. As you can see, I got a thickness gradient here. A little bit wider here than on this end. So I can take some of that down, and methinks I'm gonna do the grinder because I can remove a lot fast using electricity. bad, not bad. Getting dust all over the camera. Top knife. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. Making a bedside table out of beech wood slabs that I have many of. They're heavy. This is, I think I'm going to make this the top side, and I'm going to put an acrylic polymer in and fill in the holes. If it's the stuff I have is still good. Might have polymerized by now, I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. It'd be like a little bit like a little mini river table. You know what I'm talking about? It's Jack watching me, fighting off the deer flies. Let's see, make that a little bit. I'm using a step ladder here to hold the phone, which is actually working well. But flies bothering you there, Jack? You're live, Jack. These glues. Okay, let's take the plane to this side now. So I want to take the high side. Work the high side first. cross grain. I think with beech wood you can do that fairly easily. Without too much tear out. How's everybody doing today? Wherever you are. We got what, 5 people on and only 2 likes? Come on. I'm working hard. Working hard. Working hard for my money. I've been getting some, the algorithm, I don't know how it works too much, but some people who do videos about starting YouTube in your 50s to create an income has been coming up on my feed, and of course it catches my interest since I've monetized the channel in March, and the barriers to entry for YouTube are very low. Obviously anybody can post a video, right? But that's just the beginning. Once you start posting videos, you got to be pretty consistent with posting to start building the viewership. And then it becomes, I don't really call it like a job yet. I mean, sometimes I think for some people, I mean, it's hard to explain the whole thing. But I think when you're making videos and let's say you have 500,000 subscribers, which is quite a lot, you're making a good income on that, then you're starting to treat it more like a career, because if you want to maintain the income, you have to be consistent in posting the content that is going to keep generating the income. But having said that, and coming back to the barriers to entry, anybody can do it, and a lot more people that are in my age bracket are starting to do it. And actually the content being produced is quite good quality, because you've got the person's experience, which is, half a life, 2/3 of a lifetime. Whereas, when you get these kids that are doing this, they're in their 20s or whatever, they're resting on whatever they've got in terms of youth, attractiveness, and sometimes experience. Like, I've been watching these NB construction guys who are just a hoot watching them. Just these 20-year-old brothers who build homes, buildings, residential, I don't know, all sorts of different stuff, barns. But their content is riveting. And they do dangerous stuff, which gets clicks. And of course, they're muscular, and they're out there hanging off trusses on houses they're building, doing the work in their bare feet or their flip-flops. And they have 730,000 subscribers. And I don't know since when, but I think when I last looked, it was up to that, which is quite a lot. Let's see. Did I make it any thinner on this end? Yeah, a little bit. I think I need take a little more down. I'm gonna use the grinder for that. coming.